Hey YouTube, welcome. My hands are probably ashy again. Let me take care of that first. Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Pamela, the CEO, and we are back with another video. As you can tell by the title, today's video is going to be about how I moved into my dream luxury apartment at the age of 22, all by myself, no help, no nothing. So if you're interested in watching about or listening to about how I was able to move in my apartment, just continue to watch this video. But first, before we get into the video, make sure you like this video, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and make sure you leave a comment for me down below. And just make sure you are liking my videos so I know that you guys like my videos and I can continue to make more. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. So hey guys, like I said, today we're going to be talking about how I was able to move into my dream luxury apartment. If you guys see me looking down, it's because I wrote a couple of things down so I didn't forget anything that I wanted to talk about. So that's what I'm looking at. I'm just going to go ahead and jump right in because I'm sure you guys want to know how I did it and what you can do to do the same. So we're just gonna go ahead and start. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is creating a budget. You have to know how much money is going to be coming in and how much money is going to be going out every month in terms of like bills and other stuff. I had a budget that my line sister had created for me, so I used that. And one thing that I like to do, this is going to sound kind of crazy, but one thing I like to do is I like to trick myself into thinking that my bills are more than what they are. So by the time I pay my bills, I actually have more money left over than what I budgeted for. So I like to do that. It helps me save a little bit more money than it just helps me save a little bit more money than I thought I was gonna save. So definitely create a budget. You have to know if you like where you're gonna live. Like you have to know if you can afford it. You have to know where your money is going. I think that's really important. You can't just move and just think, okay, well I make this much and this is how much my rent is, and I make way over that, so I'm good. Like no, like this utilities, this you have to eat, like this other stuff. So definitely like using like an Excel sheet and putting the numbers in there and really seeing how much you will be able to save every month. Like you have to get those numbers, you have to know that. So yeah, one thing I use, along with overstating how much my bills are, I also use the Digit app. So I think it's like a referral link. I'm going to put my referral link in the description box so you guys can go ahead and get the app. I think the Digit app is probably the best app I downloaded in 2020 because so what the Digit app pretty much does, it just takes money out of your account. What you do with the Digit app, you say how much you want to save, and you can say like what it's for, and you can put what date you want to save that money, what date you want to save that money by. And so Digit, I guess, kind of analyzes how much money is coming in and coming out of your bank account, and it takes out money and puts it in the Digit app every day so that you can save up to what you had targeted in the app. So pretty much Digit takes maybe like, I mean, and that's another thing. It depends on the day, and it depends on how much money you have in your account. It takes all that into account, and then it takes the money out of your account. So I save money without even thinking about it with the Digit app. It literally just takes the money out of my account and puts it in the Digit app, and you're able to like withdraw the money and put it back into your bank account. So that's a really good app to use because you literally save money without even knowing it. So it's like I have my savings account, and then I have my Digit app that's saving money for me. So I'm like literally saving twice as much as money just from doing nothing, just because I have the app. So I would definitely say use the Digit app because I promise you I save without even knowing it. So the next tip I would have is to get your credit score up. Get your credit score up. I know, like, on social media, everyone talks about having a good credit score or whatever, but like really get your credit score up, because when I moved into my apartment, I bought my car, and then a couple months later I moved into an apartment. And when you run your credit score goes down a little bit. So it's like you have to have good credit, because you know, if I'm buying a car and I'm getting an apartment, that's 2 hits to my credit score. So it's like I have to have really good credit, because if I'm gonna buy them both at the same time, I'm gonna have to need good credit for that. And so what I did with my credit card, so I got a credit card in the beginning of 2019, and what I would do is I would just buy big purchases, or just use my credit card, but I would pay it right back. I wouldn't buy anything on my credit card with money that I didn't already have in my debit card, on my debit account. So when I used my credit card, I would just transfer the money back. So I never had a bill. My credit was going up, and yeah, so definitely that's how I got my credit up. I was only using my credit card for things that I had actual money for, and it's just an easy way to kind of get your credit score up. And I never had a credit card bill at all. It was just the money I would use the money and then put it right back. So yeah. So yeah, that's another tip. And then the next thing is to have more than one source of income. I think that's the most important. Like, you can't, like, even thinking about like life, like, how do people expect you to like have a check coming every 2 weeks and that's it? Like, you literally cannot live off of just having one check coming every 2 weeks. Like, that doesn't even make sense to me. So definitely having more than one source of income. It does not matter what you do. There are so many ways to make money these days. Like, it's literally no reason why anyone should only have one source of income at this point. Like, it's so many ways to make money. Like, from if you have a car, you can do like DoorDash. Like, you can literally, it's so much stuff to do. So having more than one source of income is definitely important. Like, I think people talk about that a lot, but it's like, that's actually essential. Like, you need to have more than one source of income. I've had like more than one source of income for years, so that's the only way I've been able to stay stable for years, like having more than one source of income. So definitely do that. So yeah, those are pretty much my money saving tips on how I was able to move into my apartment at 22. The process of getting my apartment it was actually pretty easy. It was kind of irritating at first, because where I was thinking about the area I was thinking about moving originally, like, the apartments were garbage. I wanted a luxury apartment. I wanted hardwood floors. I wanted beautiful cabinets. I wanted a lot of cabinet space. I wanted at least no lower than 700 square feet. Like, that was my minimum. And like, apartments were wanting like, they would have 600 square feet and the rent would be like $2,000. And it's like, bruh, like, no. So, yeah, so originally it was kind of hard because I wasn't seeing anything that made sense for the price. Like, they would, like, the options were just really bad. And then I finally found 3, as you can see in my luxury apartment hunting video, which I will link up here. I finally found like 3 that were around what I wanted to pay, and had like the floors and had like some of the stuff that I wanted, they actually had for like the price that I was looking to pay. And then I finally found my apartment, which I love. I actually really love it. I don't know how long I'm going to stay here, but I love it. And when it was time to apply, again, I had a really good credit score and I had a good income coming in. So I applied, I toured the apartment, and then I think like 2 days later I applied. And when I applied, literally when I refreshed the page, it was approved already. So so it was, my process of like finding and getting my apartment was actually pretty easy for me. And there's a lot of things to consider, like when you are moving into an apartment. Like, it's not just the rent. You have to think about all these other things that you will be paying for. You're paying your rent, you're paying for your electricity, you're paying for your water. I have to pay for a parking spot. If you want a pet, you gotta pay to have your pet. You gotta pay for renter's insurance. You gotta eat. It's all these different things that you have to pay for. So you can't just look at the rent and be like, okay, I can afford this. Like, there's a plethora of other things you have to pay for, along with furniture. And that's another thing I wanted to talk about. I think you have to do what's best for you. A lot of people will save up money and then move out and then finish the whole apartment. I just moved. I didn't save up a whole bunch of money to buy furniture. I'm kind of getting it as I go, because I also know myself, and I know if I wouldn't be able to buy everything in one day. Like, I'm too indecisive for that. So getting it gradually over time works for me, but you do what works for you. If you would rather completely furnish your apartment once you move in, do that. If it's something that you want to take time to do that. Yeah. So that is pretty much it. I think the process, the idea of like moving into an apartment, like, just sounds so like crazy, I think, but it's like, it really wasn't that hard for me. It was really like, I found what I wanted, I saw what I wanted, I figured out if I could afford it or not, and I could, and then I did it. Like, it was literally that simple for me. But again, it doesn't happen the same way for everybody. I was just blessed enough to find a spot where I'm close to everything I need. That's another thing you want to make sure, like, how far are you from your nearest Target? How far is your job? How far is the grocery store? Like, all these different things you want to take into account. And luckily for me, I'm literally no more than 15 minutes from everything that I need. Like, the mall, my job, everything is 15 minutes from me. So I really got really lucky and really blessed with what I have right now. So I'm really happy about that. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. I think the biggest thing, like I kind of said before, the biggest thing is to literally decide exactly what you want and then go get it. Decide exactly what you want to do and then go do it. I think the biggest thing that kind of holds people back, well, one, income, but another really big thing that holds people back is fear. Like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna move into a new city. Like, just do it. I was kind of like worried about that. Like, oh my gosh, am I gonna be like scared? I'm not gonna know nobody out here. But I mean, life goes on. You figure it out. You get there first, and then you figure it out. Like, that's how I kind of saw it. And I picked up my stuff and I just left, and now I'm here and I love it here. So whatever it is that you want to do, just go ahead and do it. So yeah, that's my story. That's my story. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope some of these tips helped you. I hope you go ahead and download that Digit app, because I promise you that is my biggest lifesaver right now. Like I told you, I'm literally saving money without even lifting a finger. Like, without even thinking about it, I already have thousands of dollars saved. So definitely get the app. But yeah, like I said, thank you so much for tuning into my video. Let me know if you like this video, and let me know what other type of videos you want to see down in the comments. Make sure you let me know if you liked my video in the comments, and subscribe to my channel, of course. And again, thank you so much for watching my video. I hope to see you guys in the next one.